What's up, everybody? It's the Casual Fan back with another video. Today I will be giving you guys my Week 3 NFL takeaways. This was an insane week. We got so many crazy things to talk about. I have so many crazy things to talk about. My record predictions for this week was 11-5, which is not that good. I mean, I picked a lot of upsets to happen, and there were a couple upsets here and there, but this was a crazy week in general. So let's get right into it. First game of the week, we have the Panthers versus the Texans. Now, this game was what I just expected from both of these teams. Now, hopefully, Christian McCaffrey gets better because he was hurt. And, Davis Mills actually did not play well. And this game also proved that Brandon Cooks is so freaking underrated. But yeah, the Panthers defense is just showing to be resilient, and they advanced to 3-0. We'll see if they can keep it up. Then we have the Chargers versus the Chiefs. Now, this was the first game that I got wrong. I thought the Chiefs were going to win this game just like everybody else. And I already made a video on, are the Chiefs in trouble? Because now they're 1-2. I don't really know, but they have the Eagles this next week, so that's definitely a very good bounce back game. As for the Chargers, an amazing divisional win by Justin Herbert and company. Mike Williams might just be, this is a hot take, the number one receiver on that LA team. But then we have the Cardinals versus the Jaguars. I don't really need to talk about this game besides that 109-yard kickoff return. That was absolutely insane. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Cardinals here. As for the Jaguars, they might have back-to-back number one overall pick seasons. Then we have the Browns versus the Bears. I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed watching this game so much as a Packers fan. Justin Fields was getting sacked over and over and over again. And I don't want to hear what anyone says. Yes, he had shitty protection, but he also played shitty. Look at his throws. Please look at his throws. And some of those sacks were his fault. And by the way, another takeaway that I have from this game is that Myles Garrett is an absolute beast. So yeah, the Browns won 26-6. I think we all expected that, though. Then we have the Bills versus the Washington football team. Now, I knew that the Washington football team was overhyped this year. I already knew that, but people didn't want to believe me. I think they're going to come out with 7-8 wins max. As for the Bills, people panicked on them. People were kind of getting worried after their week 1 loss against the Steelers. But no, they are back 43-21, a monstrous win for the Bills. And then the Colts versus the Titans. This is another game that I got wrong. I actually thought the Colts were going to pull off the upset in this game. But, the Titans played good overall. And the Colts are 0-3, not looking good. I mean, I thought maybe they were going to be in the playoff hunt, but it's not looking good for them. Then the Saints versus the Patriots game. I don't really know what to say about the Saints. They're a very confusing team. And the same thing with the Patriots. But I feel like we definitely need to know more about these two teams before we can actually make judgments if they are in the playoff hunt or not. Then we have the Falcons versus the Giants. The Giants, your guys' season's over. You guys are so bad. Daniel Jones, your ass. Everyone on that team, you guys are garbage. Overrated defense. Oh my. And as for the Falcons, that was just such a bad win. I mean, the Giants are 2 drops away from being 2-1. So they have bad luck and they're a bad team. And then we have the Bengals versus the Steelers. The Bengals, okay, wait, let's talk about the Steelers first. Big Ben, you need to fucking retire. Holy fuck, you cannot move to save your life. Then the Bengals are they're kind of showing that they might be a decent team this year. It's kind of weird. Then the Ravens versus the Lions. I need to take a step back and process this game because Justin Tucker hit a 66 fucking yard field goal to win the game by 2 points. By 2 points, the Ravens. Ravens, you guys beat the Lions by 2 points. That's not good. You guys have some stuff to fix. And I think the Browns are winning that division. But, even the Lions are 0-3, they're the most impressive 0-3 team this year so far. Then the Jets versus the Broncos, more typical Jets activity. They're just getting shut out and just constantly being a bad team. But the Broncos' combined record of all their opponents are 0-9, I'm pretty sure. They're just versing bad teams, but next week they're versing the Ravens, so it should be a good matchup. Then the Raiders beat the Dolphins in overtime. I believe I was right about this game. Yes, I was. This was a good game, but I think this offense needs to rely more than just Derek Carr throwing it to Darren Waller. Then the Rams beat the Bucks. I got that game right. Like I said, the Bucks are not a regular season football team. They're a playoff team. If this team meets in the playoffs, most likely the Buccaneers are going to win. But right now, Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp are absolutely unstoppable right now so far this season. Then the Seahawks versus the Vikings. This game proved to me that the Seahawks are the worst team in the NFC West, even though they might still make the playoffs. I'm not calling them bad. The NFC West is just a really stacked division. And just a very, very much needed win by Kirk Cousins, who's playing phenomenal, by the way, and the Minnesota Vikings. Then the Sunday night football game. Man, oh man, this game was absolutely beautiful. I have so much to talk about. We beat the 49ers. We finally beat the 49ers in San Fran. Devontae Adams literally rose from the dead after getting his head taken off. Goes in the game, makes 2 huge plays for us to win. And then Mason Crosby, I mean, this was such a collaborative team win. And the best part about it is that we didn't even have Zadarius Smith back from injury. And everyone just played so good. We have the Steelers next. But as for the 49ers, they're good. Don't worry if you're a 49ers fan. Then the Sunday night football game, the Eagles versus the Cowboys. The Cowboys absolutely demolished them 41-21. I told you guys, the Cowboys are a really good football team. Now, I'm hearing that the Cowboys might make the Super Bowl from some teams, particularly Cowboys fans. You know how Cowboys fans are. Now, I don't think they're there yet, but they do have a top 5 offense, and they have like the Super Bowl standard or just below for their defense. Trayvon Diggs is definitely stepping up, and Dak Prescott is playing out of his mind, along with their backfield with Ezekiel Elliott and Pollard are just doing good, and the receivers and O-line. I mean, my one concern about this team, my one and only concern about this team, is Jerry Jones dying, and Mike McCarthy is a shitty coach. But that's gonna wrap up my Week 3 takeaways. Let me know what you guys think, and next, I will have my Week 4 predictions. I went 11-5 this week with my predictions. Hopefully, this week, I beat that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stick around.